Ladies, if you are menopausal as or insulin resistant as this is the berberine mistake you didn't know that you are making. So berberine is nature's metformin, and they call it nature's metformin for a reason, because it just helps blood glucose levels. It helps your insulin sensitivity. If you're menopausal as if you are holding more than 25% body fat, obviously as this body fat goes up, that insulin resistance goes up, you are going to have a hard time losing fat. Doesn't matter how dialed in your nutrition is, how dialed in your exercise is. If you are insulin resistant, it's going to fuck up your fat loss, okay? The berberine mistakes, right? I kind of went through those, taking the HCl instead of the phytosome. The phytosome is more bioavailable, taking up to 1,500 milligrams a day, under overdosing it. But this mistake, you didn't know that you were making, right? And I just got off the phone with someone and they were like, oh, when should I take berberine? What if I miss it? The biggest mistake is missing it. And you probably didn't know that you were making that because you're like, oh, is the phytosome, is it this, is that? What am I missing in here? No, it's that you just don't have good adherence to taking berberine. Now, I always hear oh, I'm out and about, or I, forgot to take it. Well, guess what? A, put it in your car, okay? B, you can take berberine either during your meal if you forget, or you can take it up to an hour after your meal. As your body's digesting that food, it's gonna help create the insulin sensitivity up to an hour later. So you can still take that berberine up to an hour later. And yes, put it in your car so you don't forget. Set a timer, whatever it is, go into your phone. It's not that hard. Set the alarm for when you eat your breakfast, lunch, and dinner and put berberine in there. And that's literally all you need to do, okay? It's pretty straightforward. But the biggest mistake I always see with berberine is just not being consistent and making the excuse of, oh, I forgot, or making the excuse of whatever it is. I didn't have access to it, right? Put it in your car, put it wherever you frequent. If you frequent by your coffee maker in the morning, put it by your coffee maker. If you frequent in your kitchen or at work, put it at your work desk or your kitchen, right? It just depends where you're gonna be at that. 3 times a day, 500 milligrams, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's what you wanna do, okay? And again, you can take it up to an hour afterwards. I just had that question of when you take it, so I hope this is helpful. So don't make these berberine mistakes anymore, okay? Obviously, okay, here we go. New Yorker, 1966. I take probiotics in the AM and read that berberine within 2 hours can interfere. Thoughts? That's not true. So the probiotics, that's like saying, yeah, it's not going to interfere. Those two don't interact. Berberine and thyroid medication definitely interact. Berberine and St. John's wort, that will definitely interact. But probiotics, take it fasted first thing in the morning, 24 ounces of water, so that probiotic gets into the intestine so it can actually do its work. But that's all the bacteria, right? That's like saying, oh, my gut microbiome affects my berberine. It's not really. It's not. It's the good bacteria in your gut. It's not going to change how berberine is processed whatsoever. So not on an empty stomach. No, you don't want to take it on an empty stomach because you will get, you're going to take it before you eat, obviously. That's going to be an empty stomach. But you don't want to take it too far ahead on an empty stomach. With berberine, main reason why is because it's going to make you nauseous. Got some good questions, guys. Is everyone off work? What the should you be going on and off berberine every day? No, it's not harmful at all. No, you don't need to go off it. The only thing I would cycle is ashwagandha, but these are supplements, guys. They're not drugs. You don't need to cycle them, I usually take it first thing in the morning. Should take if on levothyroxine. I don't know. Okay, so are you talking about berberine? If you're taking thyroid medication, I wouldn't take anything until about 4 hours later. Which berberine? Berberine phytosome. They have a good one from Costco that I like. Solar Ray, they have at Whole Foods. I also like Diana Prince. I don't know which one you're. So not on empty stomach. Yeah, berberine you don't want to take on an empty stomach. I have to take a thyroid supplement. So yeah, 4 hours later after your thyroid. Can you take it your metformin 4 hours later? Because they are basically doing the same thing. You got nature's metformin and you got metformin. You might not even, if you're on metformin, you probably don't need to take berberine, to be honest with you. Because that's going to make you insulin sensitive. Should be with every meal. Yeah, it should be not with every single meal, just your 3 main meals. 500 milligrams of each on each meal? Good question, Lena. I know some of you guys are kind of tuning in late, so I did answer a lot of these questions. Yeah, Berberine's nature's metformin. So if you're already taking metformin, you don't need to do that again. That could probably dysregulate a lot of definitely consult with your doctor on that too. But yeah, and again, the only supplement you really need to worry about cycling is ashwagandha, and not to a point where you build up a tolerance, but just to a point where like you just don't need it and you don't feel it. I was talking about feeling supplements. Like you shouldn't feel berberine, you shouldn't feel like a multivitamin, you shouldn't feel fish oil, but you should feel ashwagandha, and you probably should feel L-theanine too, especially if you take it with their caffeine in the morning. Someone also asked me, like, I just had a call now, like, how many supplements is too many? The goal of supplements is to get you your end goal. So once you get to your end goal, it's like you can definitely like just kind of tinker back on the ones that are most important, like a krill oil and a multivitamin and like, something else. I don't know. I don't take Thorn, but you probably could split up the pills, right? That's just not a good dosing on their end. I like Thorn too. I don't know why they dose in 1,000 milligrams. Berberine Phytosome, that is the most bioavailable form. So you just want to like flip the bottle and it has Berberine Phytosome. Even if it has part HCl, part Phytosome, you can go there. And same thing, like if you're looking at all the brands, like, yeah, just make sure it has Phytosome. Best brands, what do I have? I'll bring it over. It's like Nature's something. No, it's not Nature's something. It's Feel Good Superfood. This is a really good one. It's cheap. It's probably the most cost-effective one I found. Phytosome from Costco. This is a little bit newer. The Solar Ray is really good too. But again, like, you can't f*** up Phytosome, so you just want to basically look at the back of the label and you can find one on Amazon. Because I'm sure there's like a lot of smaller companies, but that can also get against you. All right, guys, I gotta hop. Love y'all. Don't make me eat Berberine mistakes. 500 milligrams per meal. You can take it up to an hour if you miss it afterwards. So if you miss it, that's totally fine. Don't take it fasted. Take it with food. And then, split out your 500 throughout the day. If you're 1,500 total, take it with your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All right, love y'all.